Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to show you how to upgrade a PostgreSQL version. So for a major upgrade, we will basically create a new cluster and transfer all data, all binaries and data directory from one side to another. And then when everything is ready, we're going to turn off the old version. So what we're going to do next is to install a new PostgreSQL version. We will create a new cluster. Then after the creation of the new binary directory, we will create a new data directory and we will transfer all the old data from the old cluster to it. Once that everything is ready, we're going to turn this on, and the old version we're going to turn it off. So let's get started. In order to get the PG major upgrade, I made a checklist specifying all the steps we're going to execute next. So basically everything is based on the PG upgrade command that you can find on documentation. Basically this command uses 4 variables, but you only need 3 as mandatory, which specifies the old path for the binaries, the old path for the configuration, and the new configuration directory. The configuration directory, like this, is basically a data directory. Where the old data directory is located. The new binary directory is not mandatory because when you execute this command, you're going to execute it from the new binary directory. So basically what we're going to do next is collect all info to put on these variables: all binary directory, all configuration directory, new binary directory, new configuration directory. We're going to install the new version. We're going to backup databases for security purposes, of course. We're going to go to the new binary files. We're going to create a new cluster with this command. We're going to check the PG upgrade in order to check check compatibility. We're going to execute the command using all the variables collected before on step 1. We're going to turn off the old cluster and we're going to turn on the new cluster. And after that, we're going to check if the new version is okay and if all the databases are present. So I'm now on my Ubuntu Linux machine. I'm using a Ubuntu 24.04 LTS from my VirtualBox. I'm going to check first if any database management system is running by doing this. Okay, it is inactive, as you can see. So on this server, I installed 2 different versions. I installed the version 16, which is the newest one by the time we speak, and also the version 13. And in order to avoid any mistake and restart the wrong version, because we're going to upgrade the version 13 to version 15, so I'm just going to go through a different way in order to restart it. So I'm going to log with the owner, instance owner, then go through the binaries and 13 version. So once here, I'm going to restart the instance. So pg cluster 13 and hit start. Okay, let's try. Okay, server started. Now we're going to need a new data directory. So I'm going to home directory and then create a new directory. Let's call it cluster 15. Right. He's right about that. So I'm going to here. Let's change ownership. Now we can proceed with the backups. So we're going to try to do a full dump of this and then a PG base backup just in case. So these are basically the comments we're going to use. So now we should go to our new data directory folder. Yeah, it's right. And we should create a new. Oh, this user doesn't have permissions to do that. So I'm going to do it from root. So here, so first we're going to check if everything's working. We're going to do a little list of databases, and to make sure that our little test is going to work, I'm just going to create a test database. Let's call it testDB, just to make sure. Okay, so after upgrading to the new version, I should, when I do all my checks, I should find also this database. So now we turn back and let's create our dump. So it's going to be this way. Now let's check it out. Okay, it seems that it contains all our DDLs to create all databases and also the grants and permissions. Now, okay, you can also apply just a dump like this for any specific database. Database name, and set all roles, variables, and the file name you want to do. And if you want to keep all the permissions on for all the roles for every single database, you can do whatever you want. So now let's hit enter. So now let's make the PG based backup. So okay, make sure you're running the right version. Okay, so we should need the old version, so the 13. Okay, if that's so, I can go to binaries like this. Okay, I'm going to copy it to the new data directory, so that's why I'm not using the old one. So -15. Okay, he's going to create me a new directory here. So I'm going to copy all of this until here. And because I want also backup here. But let's rename it. So okay, if this directory doesn't exist, doesn't matter. It is going to create it anyways. And every single thing of this is like file, playing, extract, verbose, and so on. You can check on documentation. Okay. I just forgot to add the -d to the equation. Okay, so the backup was completed. I changed the directory because it was too long. So now if I go here, okay, here are all the specifics from the old version. Okay, now we can go to the next step. So go to the new binary files for the version 15. Then create a PG cluster using the new config, which stands for the new data directory. Okay, cool. Let's do it. So okay, here I should find the init db. Okay, so init db, let's create a new cluster. Okay, one important thing is to check up if some PostgreSQL is running. Okay, because if it is not running, you will screw everything and you're not going to be able to execute any executable like initdb, which create your new cluster. Okay. Okay, so let's move all the data we created because I made a mistake. Fine, it's okay. Okay, so move back. Okay. You know something. So after fixing this little issue, we can trace back everything again. I'm trying to do everything again since the beginning. So give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. So Okay, as you most probably could notice, I made some mistakes, so I just moved all the backups I'm dumped to the two other folder, and here it is. So let's create our new cluster now that our last folder is empty. And here we go. Now that our new cluster was created, we can now proceed with the PG upgrade. Okay. So having all these specifics here, I say that we have a big chance to succeed. So let's go. So PG upgrade. Okay, so PG upgrade -b. Oh. So the old binary was this one. The new binary is not necessary to specify it. The old configuration will be here. So -d. And the new configuration should be here. I mean, by logic, right? Let's double check again. Yes. Okay. Link, because we want it from the link. And check. Okay. Everything is compatible. So now let's try it again without a check. So now the new version should be running. Exactly. So now let's turn on the new cluster. Oh yeah, right. Okay, server started. And now the last thing of this checklist should be check new version and databases. Okay. New version. I mean, I can see our test DB present, which is good. Now I'm going to check the version. And here we go. So this is all for today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. And if you like it, just hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.